Okay, can we just have a massive round of applause for David Duke and Sir Tom Hunter? How can I possibly follow them? I'm going to have to. So, my job is to tell you now about Entrepreneurial Spark, what we do, what we're about, and I suppose put my cards on the table to let you know that we're looking to recruit entrepreneurs from throughout the United Kingdom to join eSpark as we grow in scale and I suppose jump on board this revolution of entrepreneurship. It's up to me over the next 8 minutes or so to convince you that Entrepreneurial Spark's a bit of a no-brainer. So Entrepreneurial Spark is the world's largest free business accelerator for early stage and growing ventures. We currently have hatcheries in Ayrshire, Glasgow, Edinburgh and Birmingham, with a further 3 planned to open later in August in Brighton, Bristol and Leeds, with another 5 scheduled for 2016. So huge growth for us. And Tom alluded to the fact earlier that potential international work also, so we'll keep that hush-hush. I'm definitely sacked now. So why do we even exist? Our CEO, Jim Duffy, was aware that there was traditional business support available in Scotland, but it failed some businesses or entrepreneurs. And I'm sure some of you in the audience will recognise that sentiment and share the frustration. So Jim, what did he do? He had that entrepreneurial spirit and he went to America, and he was really inspired and enthused by the attitude and the kind of go-do attitude of the Accelerator programme over there in the, I suppose, the business startup ecosystem. He took part in an accelerator called the Mass Challenge, and like I suppose all good entrepreneurs, they take models and do their own thing with it, and that's what we are doing here and Ayrshire and throughout the UK as we scale this Entrepreneurial Spark model. It is based on global methodology and we consistently benchmark ourselves against the best. So what's our aim at Entrepreneurial Spark? So our aim really is to give entrepreneurs the go-do attitude and help them with their whole attitudes and behaviour, making them investable with mentors, ambassadors, supporters, workshop, pitch practice and an enabler such as myself. The focus is very much on yous and you guys at home. Just to jump on the mentor situation, Sir Tom is upstairs. He's our entrepreneur in residence, which is just totally fantastic. And he does pop down every now and again to the hatchery and say hello. I was in a temp check, so if you join Entrepreneurial Spark, we do things called temp checks where we have an hour slot and it's my job to enable you through that hour. And I was having a session with one of our entrepreneurs, Avon Park. Don't know if Tom will remember this, and Tom appears with this gentleman called Sean Tracy, the ex-CEO of the Power League. And Tom chaps the door, comes in, hi, sorry to interrupt the meeting, but I'm going to. I'd like to leave you with Sean Tracy, the ex-CEO of Power League. And I was like, okay, okay, great. Avon, we'll wrap this. We're nearly wrapped anyway, and I spent some time with Sean Tracy. Now, Sean is now a mentor in Ayrshire, which is just absolutely fantastic. We do something called piranha pits. It sounds horrific, but we do piranha pits with the entrepreneurs where we bring them in on a Friday, 3 at a time, and we invite mentors to come in and basically challenge the business. It's to support the enabler as well, so there's other perspectives getting involved on a business rather than just my opinion. I do not know everything, nor will I ever. And again, Sean is now involved in these piranha pits. So to get someone at that level to be a mentor in Entrepreneurial Spark is just absolutely fantastic. And I know a few of the guys in the audience are engaging with that. So Entrepreneurial Spark is a not-for-profit social enterprise. In Scotland, we are funded by, and a lot of people ask these questions, we are funded by philanthropy and local government grants. In England and throughout the rest of the UK, we are funded by partnerships with the Royal Bank of Scotland, Ulster Bank and NatWest. We have recently signed up and partnered with global accountancy practice KPMG, further enhancing our world-class service to our budding entrepreneurs. So what do we actually do here? Entrepreneurial Spark builds people who builds businesses, and once you have come through the interview process and we've invited you onto the programme or the 6 months initial accelerator, you will go to boot camp. Bootcamp is a 2-day event where I suppose we do various different things, but the key objective of it is to give you an overview of what you'll experience in East Park over the 6 months. So great event, 2 days, loads of stuff happening. We will then invite you to your hatchery. So it could be Birmingham, Leeds, it could be Bristol, or wherever else we end up going, or Ayrshire. And you'll come in here and that's where we can help financially by giving you the space. So some people don't need the space. However, if the space is of value, you get the space, the Wi-Fi, the printers, the telephone, the new look meeting rooms with a bit of a makeover here in Ayrshire. So you get to use the meeting room. So fantastic way to get your business off the ground. However, crucially and uniquely, we provide enablement, and that is what keeps Entrepreneurial Spark different, and that's where I come in. So enablers throughout the United Kingdom, our role is to work with you, support you, challenge your business model. I suppose get you thinking of different ways, your revenues, your cost structures, what is your product, is there a demand for it? Tom alluded to the fact earlier that we concentrate on this whole fail fast or succeed quicker scenario, and there's nothing wrong with failing fast. We tend to find that certainly in the most recent intake in Ayrshire in February, a few of the entrepreneurs I've been working with have failed but pivoted and just got a brand new outlook. So it is not it's not a negative thing. It's to help you look at what's the market like, who's out there, is a demand for your product or service. It's my job, I suppose, to sometimes give entrepreneurs a bit of a kick in the ass. It doesn't happen very often, or does it? I'm not too sure. But also to be your best friend and maybe sometimes be your worst enemy. My objective as an enabler is I need to make sure, and for anybody watching this that belongs to me or my entrepreneurs, is that they get benefit from the enablement. They get benefit from the sessions they have with me. So the focus is very much on what do you want to get from this? How can we help you? And how can I help you today? Whether it be mentors, whether it be using my own expertise to drive their business. So very much focused on improving the entrepreneurial experience that they have in East Park. In addition to the enablement, we have a massive pool of mentors who will work on a voluntary basis. You can access them at your own leisure. So you can contact these guys at your own leisure, and when you feel the benefit, we can also encourage that as well. It's good to have the mentors to share their expertise and also another perspective in the business. Key to the programme is our fortnightly event nights, which we have in here. So this is our event space. It's a huge event space we've got in Ayrshire. So we do some cat wheels and things every now and again just to utilise the space. But the event nights are fundamental. They're ways for the entrepreneurs to get, I suppose, into shape or understand key elements of business if they're unsure. So marketing, networking, investment, pitch practice. We're very into pitch practice, so loads of key elements are discussed at the event nights. We also do workshops that happen and clinics that happen with our partners throughout the hatcheries. So Harper McLeod, our legal partner, and our newly KPMG accountancy firm do clinics which are a rare success. After the 6 months accelerator, we have an awards night celebrating the achievements of entrepreneurs over the 6 months. So sometimes a glitzy glamour, and we have a good night, a wee party afterwards. So that's something to look forward to. So what have our businesses achieved as a result of Entrepreneurial Spark? I mean, I could stand up here for hours saying come to East Park because I'm very passionate about it, and I'm an ambassador, and I only joined last year in October. But there is metrics that we measure ourselves against. So our impact report states that since 2011 we have supported over 350 businesses with a combined turnover of 40 million, creating 1,000 jobs. There's been 386 patents awarded and over 18 million investments. So pretty secure and happy that our secret sauce here at Entrepreneurial Spark is working. We're looking to recruit high-impact entrepreneurs that want to scale their business. Ask yourself these questions this morning, both here and at home. Do you have an open mindset? Are you willing to be challenged? Do you have desire and ambition? Do you have that hunger in your belly and the spark in your eye to make your business succeed? If so, you need to come to Entrepreneurial Spark. We are not a funding body, however we're complementary to Scottish Enterprise, Business Gateway and Prince's Trust. We offer to a maximum of 18 months support, split into the initial 6 months of hatchery and then with a further 12 months in our nest. If you come in further in your entrepreneurial journey, you can go straight into the nest programme. And breathe.